Welcome everybody to our cheesecake series. This one is going to be fantastic. One of my favorite flavors, chocolate mint. I love chocolate mint everything. Chocolate mint Oreos, chocolate mint ice cream, chocolate mint bars. I love chocolate mint. Look, I even have chocolate mint protein powder. And guess what? Today I'm going to add that into the cheesecake and make this one a healthy cheesecake. Yeah, there's no way it's going to be a healthy cheesecake with the amount of sugar and cheese I'm putting in there, but it's going to make us feel really good. So let's grab our Oreos, let's grab our ingredients, and let's get baking to try and make the best cheesecake we can do. Boom! Okay, let's bake. So the way that I like to bake is I like to get all my ingredients out, I like to measure them, and that way all I have to do is follow the specific order that I do for my cheesecake, and I don't need to worry about measuring as I'm going along. And also because I know that I have everything that I'm going to need on this little board, I'm not going to forget any of my ingredients, so I recommend you do the same. I'll have the actual breakdowns and the measurements of everything that I'm using today in the description, so be sure to screenshot that one so you can do the same and then follow along in the order that we're making our cheesecake and adding our ingredients, and you can try and make the best cheesecake possible as well. Okay, let's go. I'll bring you in closer. Step one, Oreos. We want to prepare these for what we're going to put inside and on top. That way we don't need to do it later on. So I need 6. I'm going to keep one bonus one just in case I need that. Oh, look at that, the Oreo. See that? They didn't put the cookie on the right way. Anyway, I've eaten far too many Oreos the last 2 weeks as we're doing this Oreo series. But hey, I'm a team player. So let's chop. So we need those in halves. So these we're going to do crumbles. These will all be crumbles. And rough chop, that's fine. Now what I'm going to do is slice the other ones in half. Make sure I get the halves that I need first before I go ahead and chop all the other ones away. So we need perfect. Let's see. Well, that's already not perfect, so we'll just continue that side. Let's see. 1. I think we got to go quick here. 2. Oreos in. 3. How many do you have here? 5 is 8. 13. 32 Oreos. Let's start with a little pulse action first. And low speed. Inside and get an idea of this. So that's what our Oreo looks like inside. Okay, so I'm gonna take out our blade. Number 1, always take out the blade, remove that, okay? And then let's go ahead and add that in to our bowl. I have about 3/4 cup melted butter. I'll add in about half to start, and then just give that a nice stir till it's well combined. And if we need to add in a little bit more of the butter, we will. Probably just gonna add in a little touch more. Touch more. There we go. See how this is just a little sticky. Just a little sticky. It's gonna be perfect for when we put it into our spring form. Okay, spring form in. Oreo in to the spring form. A lot of Oreo. Now make sure you have something nice and sturdy. I don't like using glass in there because if we use glass, it could screw up the whole darn thing if it breaks. So we don't want to do that. So we're just pressing right now. Don't worry about the bottom at the beginning. We're going to get this right up the sides. We like the crust right on the side. So watch. So we're going to start from the center. We're going to move up the sides. Feel as though we've got that around the sides enough. We'll fix the bottom. Make sure we have no holes there. Looking good. I'll finish with my spoon. Smooth it out. And along the sides as well. Okay, so the crust is ready. Check that out. The crust is ready. It's gonna go in the oven, 350 for 10 minutes just to firm it up. And then we're gonna get to making our cheesecake filling and then fill this up with loads of Oreo, loads of cheesecake mixture. Fantastic cake. In. One of the main stars of the show is our cream cheese. So we've got to add that in. I've got 2.5 blocks here. Well, more like 2.25. I ate the rest of it. What can I say? Anyway, let's get mixing. We want this cream cheese as creamy as possible with no lumps, no chunks. Once this is ready, we're going to go ahead and add in our sugar. Okay, we're going to lower that speed down, add in 1 cup of sugar. Slowly. Speed up. Now we're going to pause that for a moment here, just to make sure that we're going to scrape off everything from the sides and the bottom. Because again, we don't want any chunks in this cheesecake. We want to have as few as possible. There's always something that gets stuck at the bottom. So once that's good and out of there, let's scrape here, scrape here. Make sure that's all scraped so we don't have any chunks. Excellent. Back down, lock it in. So that's nice and creamy. So now I'm going to lower the speed. Add in vanilla, 1 teaspoon. Sour cream today. 4 big heaping tablespoons of sour cream. Now I want 2 tablespoons of flour. 1, 2. Okay, moment of truth. Here comes our chocolate mint protein powder. Pause. And scrape. Now, one at a time, add your eggs. 1. Let it incorporate before you go ahead and add in your other eggs, okay? Our crust is beeping. Egg number 2. Egg number 3. And lastly is going to be 1 egg yolk. There's 1 egg yolk coming in. Okay, done. Unlock, unlatch, and I'll bring you in for a closer look. You can see just how creamy this turned out to be. Smells nice so far. Again, that ingredient of the chocolate mint protein powder, I don't know how that's going to incorporate into this, so this is an exciting day. Okay, cheesecake crust done. I even made a little mini in there. We'll have a little taste tester, so to speak. About half our mixture. Now, half the mixture and half of the crushed Oreos. Okay, here we go. Trying to bury all of the Oreos underneath that cheesecake. Excellent. Okay, here we go in the oven. 350 degrees for 10 minutes to start. We're gonna zap it. That's actually okay to touch, so that's good. I like cooking my cheesecake low and slow, so if you can drop the temperature down to 300 degrees, Anywhere from an additional 30 to 50 minutes is fantastic. We want to try and avoid those cracks. There's that little jiggle test. Not done just yet. While there's still some jiggle to the cheesecake, turn off the heat for the oven, crack the door open a little bit, and leave it finish cooking in there for about 30 to 40 minutes. The small one I already took out, so that's cooled down, as you can see right here. Okay, let's get that off the heat quickly. Cheesecake out of the oven. Now, this is important. The small one, perfect. I took that out a little earlier, no cracks. This one looks good. This one, I'm not confident in the full cake. Okay, some really good news. Our cheesecake is cooled down and we didn't crack like I thought it was going to. So this is great. We've just got a minor one in here, so pretty good, pretty good. So I'm gonna go ahead and attempt to remove this and place it on our little decorating panel. So that way we can get to work with the melted chocolate on top. I've got to do that. And the whipped cream, finished off with the Oreos, both half Oreos, crumbled Oreos. We call it the works. I'll bring in. Here's the moment of truth. Take your knife and just score around the inside of that springform pan to make sure that it's completely loosened from the pan and you won't have any cracks. Next up, I'm preparing my chocolate, both milk chocolate and white chocolate for this Oreo cheesecake. Great homemade recipe. Chop those really finely, separate bowls of course, and zap them in the microwave 30-second increments. Add a little bit of heavy cream. Milk chocolate here looks fantastic. White chocolate a little bit thin. I added too much cream. Not to worry though, we're still gonna make that white chocolate work. Look at that nice milk chocolate, thick and creamy. And this is where you get to bring out your creative side. You can decorate your cheesecake any way that you'd like. Today I decided I wanna have that milk chocolate dripping off the sides. So watch this, how I spread it around and I start getting that drip. Nice. Okay, here comes the white chocolate. The design is taking shape. Now, as you have, whether it's a toothpick or a skewer or something, you'll notice earlier on while we were making this cake, I buried the chunks of Oreo in the cake. And that way, when I'm using my skewer right here, I'm not scraping through and ruining my design. You really get to be creative with your own cake. This cake recipe is what I call the works. We have chunks of Oreo, we have melted chocolate, we have whipped cream. We're gonna have half Oreos and then crumbled Oreos to finish this off. Like I said, when you're baking at home, you can really bring out your creative side and do anything you'd like to dress up your cake, or in this case, your mint Oreo cheesecake. Finished cake, look at this, the works, tons of chocolate, tons of mint, tons of cheesecake. There it is, everybody, mint chocolate Oreo cheesecake. This one looks good. I'm hoping it tastes just as good as it looks. Do me a favor, remember, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, share the video with your friends so that way everybody can learn how to make great cheesecakes. Happy baking. Oh, this looks fantastic.